think for the first time here, I am. Ooh, I'm going live on the first try. That is so cool. I hope you can hear me. I don't have a microphone on or anything tonight, but it seems to work okay. Yay! All right, well, welcome. My name is Joy Fanning, astronaut of life. I am a high vibe storyteller and psychic. And what that means is I write stories and I do meditations. And sometimes in those meditations, I do a reading. Oh no! Come on, little thingy. Well, we'll just have to let it be. But yeah, that's what I'm doing. So to just jump right in, I have been. This week has been very interesting. That's gonna bug me, that flickering. I can see it. So we're just gonna... It's okay. Okay, where was I? I was just starting. Yeah, so this week. Hey, Pamela, welcome. This week was really interesting for me. I mean, we're only like what 3 weeks into this new year, but I'm already like sensing a pattern. Like whatever I'm working on like Monday, by Friday, I have done all this energy work and everything to like get it in a whole new perspective. It's pretty cool. So for me, that played out as I've been doing these free readings for my Etsy shop, more to just practice and kind of hone in on things. And like around Monday, I was getting a little discouraged because I really hadn't gotten much feedback, and I was kind of having, I was worried a little bit, and my guides are like, Joy, you have to just let this go and trust. And that wasn't easy, but I did, and I did that like around Tuesday, and I did message the people I did the readings for at first, but what it turns out was the readings were a little intense, I guess, and it was taking them a while to digest everything. And all throughout this week, I have just been getting positive feedback after positive feedback. And it was also during this time I was, because I think if you remember last week, I told you how, like, I didn't know exactly how I wanted to do my readings. And I tried different methods with different people, like in this beta testing time. And my last one, I like a few days before my last one, I got this idea to just do the meditation with them as the reading and have it at the same time, which I've tried in the past, but um, I moved away from it. And it was like, why don't you bring this back and tweak it a little bit differently than what I did a few months ago? So I had one reading left to do, and it was on Thursday. And I did it in this new format where I wrote the meditation beforehand. We did it together, and then we talked about it. And it was awesome. It worked so beautifully. I really liked it. Yeah. Yeah, totally. You gotta just relax and trust. And I, cause I think I know if I'm speaking for myself, I just get too caught up in my mind and like, it's just like this ping pong rattling around and ugh, it's not a fun mental place to be in. But then when you release, it's like you're your own block. And when you release that, you're releasing that block. And that's what it felt like. Like literally, as soon as I released it, that energy I was desiring flooded in because I broke down the dam. I broke down the blockage to it. So I was really proud of myself. um, because I knew it needed more work and I was willing to do it, and it had a beautiful result which will just so help me further on learn this lesson faster, right? And another thing that happened today in meditation was, well, back to that reading where we did it together. At the end, he was like, Joy, this is like a gift and you're meant to share it. I'm paraphrasing, but it was something like that. And it's been soaking in. And when I meditated this morning, I'd have to look up in my notes, but I was shown a lot of things, and one of them was I need to take this psychic side of me as seriously as the writing side of me, which I'm so passionate about the writing, but it's like you're stepping into this new passion too, and they're both part of your calling. And you haven't been accepting this psychic side fully yet, and you're stepping into that now. And when you do that, the path ahead, right now I can see where the writing path goes, but I know there's a path for the psychic side. I'm just not, it's fuzzy to me. I can't see it. And what I learned today was accepting this part. Once I do this fully, like I have the writing, I'm going to see how they interconnect. I know they do somehow. I just don't know the how, and I don't really need to, but I've noticed with the writing, knowing where that end big picture goal is puts this extra fire under my butt to write and get it done, right? And I know that when the same happens for this psychic side, it's going to light an extra fire under my butt to work with this energy just as much. And so now that happened this morning. So that was before breakfast, even. So I was like, okay, I I had it was I had a lot of things happen to me in that meditation, and I forgot them. And so like all morning they just kind of came back to me one by one, and I was like, oh yeah, that happened. Oh yeah, I remember that. Okay, cool. And while I was cooking, I like to just get my little iPad and watch, like, pick a card tarot. It varies. Sometimes it was mantras for a few months. Now it's tarot readings. It might change into something else. But I was watching this and I put the link below because I mean, I just told you about this meditation I had where embracing this psychic gift, and oh, I don't remember the title of the meditation. I mean the tarot reading I watched, but it was in my mind I was like, okay, I've every time I do this, I'm focused on my writing or something. And this time, I'm going to apply everything I hear towards the psychic part of everything I do. And, excuse me, whoosh, man, this tarot reading, you really should watch it. That's why I linked it below. It's from White Feather Tarot. She's really awesome. Her name's Reem. And I won't tell you what number I picked, but there was this one card where it was this little rabbit standing on one foot on a fish, balancing two, I'm assuming, pentacles. And when I saw that card, ooh, the energy just like shot at me because in the reading, she's like, look how this bunny can just balance on a freaking fish in the air holding these two things. And he's like so calm and he's just doing it and he's being entertaining. And it was like, wow, I'm that bunny. This is writing and psychic work and meditation. Like, and it just gave me like the kind of boost I needed to realize that I can do both and that it's okay to be into both and that, oh, shush it. QB. QB. Oh, man. I think he wants out, but I don't want to mess with it. He threw me off track. Yeah, him running around, right? Oh, cubes. Oh, I want to get back to this. I don't want to talk about my cat. Um, I okay. He bugs me when he does this. Cubie, won't you just hang out with me, okay? You don't need to leave, right? We're friends. Okay, so where was I? We kind of got distracted. Well, yeah, all that tarot reading, yeah. So, it just really resonated. And like I've been hearing in these tarot readings I've been doing in the morning, all these blessings, but like I said, I was applying them to my reading and I didn't really think much about the psychic part. I was just like, I guess I'll be do the psychic business for like a year or two until the writing gets paid. And then do that and then we'll move on to even bigger things. But this was like, no, that's blessed too. Because I have taken a lot of, it's just on a faster track than the writing. The writing's been like a 12-year, it's very slow paced track. But this other track's like freaking train, man. It's zooming along. And that shook me too, because it was just like, I really have not been giving this the credit it was due and the energy it was due, right? Like, okay, I'm letting him out. Go on, go on. Give it 5 minutes and he'll be back. Can you guys see my other cat? She's just sleeping. Oh, yes, I love white feather turtle. Yeah, I have a few that I really like, and she's one of them. Yeah, they are going to get stronger. That's so true because I'm embracing them, right? Like I'm breaking through these blocks I had around them. You guys, I didn't even like think I could be a psychic. Like that didn't start happening until like I want to say end of September, October. Like it's only been like what 5 months. Um, wow, it's been 5 months. So, like I said, it's really on the fast track as far as manifestation, but this kind of brings me into this totally brings me into the next thing, which is manifestation, because it's this is the last live of January, and um, like here's my little manifestation box, and this year I'm doing it by month, what I'm writing down to manifest, and for January I wrote new readings up on Etsy, which You can totally check out. I've been putting them up. I have 3 pre-recorded meditations to write and put in the store, and then I'm gonna like relaunch it, right? And it's got so much stuff in it now. I love the way it looks. There's a few more tweaks, but I'm on perfect track to get it done by the end of January. So it's worked. Healing of abundance. Um, this one has been really cool because I've gotten some meditations. Like when I meditate, just there was one where I saw abundance for the first time. To me, it looks like pink, fluffy energy just everywhere, everywhere. And I had never seen it before. And it totally changed my relationship with abundance to literally see how it's right there all the freaking time. And I was like, well, how do I like use it? I mean, it's gotten me to where I'm actively trying to connect with it and play with it, and it's so cool that it's totally like next level. And to be quite honest, I forgot I wrote it down. But like I said, it's been popping up like, Joy, you got a bonus coming. It's like right there for you. Da, 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 da. And then I see it. I'm like, no, it like totally is right here. And now I'm learning to like, but then it doesn't even like disappear. Like it's like you use it and it's still there. Yeah, that was pretty awesome, man. And to me, it's still the very beginning because I would still want to play with it and befriend it and learn to use it more. But totally going in the right direction, right? Like I'm very blessed and humbled by it. And the other one I wrote down to manifest was I put break vulnerabilities, but I mean like be more vulnerable because I'm more of a wallflower person. I like to observe and just be the quiet one. And when I'm ready, I'll talk. I'm one of those people. If you've ever met one of us, um, like an INFJ. I'm an INFJ. If that helps, I don't know. And so that's me doing these lives. I've done. I think this is the third one now, and I'm getting more comfortable with it. I can already tell I'm getting in the flow. I'm doing much better about keeping my eyes on the green dot and not all over the place. And what I love is like right now, I'm totally in the zone. And like all throughout the week now, I'll have something happen. Oh, it's 9:19. I'll have something happen. I'm like, ooh, I need to talk about that in my live. And then I'll be like, wait a minute, I just got excited about doing the live and like talking about this thing on the live. And literally, like, what, 3 or 4 weeks ago, that was scary for me. And I was like, there's a cat. I don't know, has it been 5 minutes? Ooh, okay. Chewy, move your little butt. Thank you, mister. Okay. Oh, shh. That cat. Okay, now I gotta come back to what I was saying. Oh, man. That's what he does. That's why, can you tell I'm a little annoying? Like, I love him to death. Like, I have to, like, refocus myself, and my notes aren't helping me. You guys remember what I was talking about? I don't remember. Oh, manifesting. Yeah, I know, you're here now. Breaking vulnerabilities. Yeah, that's what I was talking about. So, yeah, doing these lives are my way of putting myself out there more. I just remembered something. I saw in meditation today A lot of visuals today. Um, I'll get into more later, but whoosh, a lot of visuals. Okay, he's patting my leg. Oh, come on. Well, I had a visual. It had a lot of visuals in that morning meditation, but one of them was of myself, and I was sitting kind of behind where I'm sitting now, and I was meditating, and I had my phone camera on me, recording me, and as I was seeing things in this meditation, I was saying what I was seeing out loud, and I was recording. It, it looks like a channeling, but and I guess in a way it is. I don't know. It was such a cool experience because I was like, it was like I was watching this movie of myself, but then I could also experience everything that that I was watching was experiencing. I said that right. Yes. I'm going to say it again because that was tricky. So I was watching it like a movie. Part of me was watching myself like I was watching a home video or myself recording a video. But while I was watching that, I could also experience everything the me in the video was experiencing. And it was, ah, I'm laughing at myself. Oh, QB, please, buddy. Please just work with me here. Work with me. Why? You're gonna go to sleep as soon as I turn the camera off. I just know it. Okay, refocus. Now I'm giggling. It's just, what are you gonna do, right? What you gonna do? Yes. Yes, what it is. Okay, talking about my meditation. Yeah. Watching myself, and I could feel what she was feeling, and it was what I experienced, like seeing these things, and as I'm seeing them, like, oh, I'm seeing myself make a video, and she's watching things in meditation, and she's talking about them, and I was like, whoa, that's like another level, man. Wow, that's pretty cool. It's like I remember I'm embracing the psychic part, and it was like that's on this path, this fuzzy part that you had, it's being illuminated, and this is one of the ways it might, it's going to show up is you're going to figure out how to do this and then make videos about it where you like do it live or do it, make a video of yourself doing it and sharing that message. Um so yeah, that's part of it, and I was like, whoosh. So this morning's meditation was really cool. Oh, another manifestation I had written down in my planner was to get 85 subscribers on YouTube, which I have. So that was super cool. I mean, it's just so cool when it all comes in. I think I've covered all this. I did also put a link to a feel good video as well. He did a live this afternoon and he articulates much better than me, but it had a lot of the same themes as what I've been going through, but I really I've always liked to feel good for like at least 2 or 3 years now, but I love seeing his journey. He talked about how he used to eat cookies and go to the gym. And I remember years ago in his videos where he'd be like, okay, I'm gonna eat some cookies after this. And it's beautiful to see his growth and to now be doing that myself because I'm sure years from now, you know, I'm gonna see the same thing. So it's a pretty cool thing. But he had a really good video and it had a lot of the same themes. So I wanted to tag it as well because it's worth a watch. I'm assuming it's like 40 minutes long or something, but it's well worth it. He goes into a lot of different things, but yeah. So I'm almost done. but before I did the live, I went into like this mild meditation to just get some collective messages for the upcoming week. Cubes, cubes. Can you give me like 10 minutes? Probably not. But that's tempting. And so I was sitting here meditating, and I was like, okay, what messages are upcoming? And normally I hear things, and I'll write down the sentence I hear, but this time all I saw were images. Now I need your help with him. All I saw were images, and they were really weird. I mean, not weird, but like random. And after like five, I was like, okay, I guess this is what's happening. It's just image time. So thankfully, I had like 20 minutes after I saw all of these, and I looked up the meaning of some of them because, like I said, to me, it's just random. And I think this is also a part of me growing as a psychic and learning how to interpret these things and just kind of go with it, right? So I'm gonna read all the random things I saw and try to explain it and then kind of piece in some meanings and we'll see what comes of it. So the first thing I saw was I was shown a race being started, like at a track meet. So I could see the you know the I don't know the rubber of the track and just one runner like on your set mark and they were starting to run. That was what I saw. And I was like, okay, I don't know what that means. A runner. It looked like a man. He was running though. The next thing I saw was just a golden coin falling. Like it was black and then this coin moving and falling. I was like, okay, I don't know what that means. Again. Then I saw like this dark room, like a nightclub, and there was this woman at a table, and I was like walking past her, and she gave me like a weird look, like a snicker, as I walked past her. Um, like it kind of hurt my feelings, where you're like, why are you doing that face at me? Um, but then I just kept walking. The next thing I saw was like a big bomb going off. And not, I mean like Hiroshima big bombs. Bomb one. And that one scared me, of course, because who wants to see a bomb? So then I was like, time out. I know we're playing like picture game right now, but like this ain't predictive, is it? Like this is metaphorical, right? Like, can we get? I need some clarity here. With like this, I don't want to see bombs. What? And I was like, I took a second, and I was like, I don't like get this dreaded feeling, like something. I know, like there's World War III rumors, right? But like, I don't get the sense of actual bomb is gonna go off. I could be wrong, but so I was like, is it metaphorical? I'm checking now too. Yes, it's metaphorical. All of these are metaphorical. Every one of these is metaphorical. Doesn't mean maybe we'll all walk past somebody and they'll be like, I don't know. But they are metaphorical too. Um, okay, so then I was like, okay, the metaphorical. So I went back into meditation, and the next thing I saw was sheep, and they were walking in a street, like in a city, and there was a lot of them. It was a big herd of sheep walking by. I was like, okay. And then I saw a Hispanic boy running, but he looked kind of like scared, and he was looking over his back, over his shoulder. And I was like, okay, this is the second running person I saw. Then it switched to, now this was like a child running, a Hispanic boy running. The next one was a little black boy running, doing the same thing. They were in different like locations. Both of them were in cities, but they were both doing the same action where they're running, looking over. They look like maybe somebody's. I never saw anybody chasing them, but like obviously they're running from something, right? And they did not. It wasn't like a playful run. It was a get out of dodge kind of run. Um, then the next thing I saw was a farmhouse, and then I saw like this woman in this 1800s clothing sitting in a rocking chair. And then at some point, I did hear "Be of Good Cheer," like from a Christmas song. And then the last thing I saw was like this horseshoe. So I was getting all these random, seemingly random images, which is pretty common for me. But most of the time, there's a knowing or an emotion or an energy that comes with the image that helps me interpret it. But this time there was not. Um, which I don't know. I don't want to say it's a test, but it just felt like we're trying something different with you, kind of the thing. So I was like, well, how do I figure out what this means? And I was like, I'm just gonna Google it. So I did most of these based on like what you would see in a dream, but to me that would still kind of work, right? So the first thing I looked up was a person running because that came up 3 times. First, like in the start of a race, and then two little boys of different race running. I don't. I didn't look up what seeing a little boy running means. I just looked up running, and it said. So it says. I'm trying to look up for the good part. It says it might be due to stress, like you're trying to run from something in a real life. It could lead to anxiety and depression. If you're feeling anxious, you might be avoidant. There's obstacles in your path, guilty, internal conflict inside of you, closed minded. You're trying to run away from your own self. There's a lot of different ways to interpret it, but I don't know. The fact it came in threes. Oh, and this one said, no, we're not running with other people. Little. Oh, they were running fast. Here it was. In dreams, you must also notice the speed of your running. The speed will help you interpret the dream better. So to me, everybody was running fast. If you're running fast in the dream, it refers to your life journey. As things are happening very fast in your waking life, you're running fast in your dream. In fact, it indicates that you want to accomplish everything at once. That's me. um, so yeah, they were all running fast. So I don't know. Take that as you want, right? Yeah, don't rely on the cookie. Well, I know, Pamela. Go with it. That's great. You're right. But I like to be prompted sometimes, and like yeah, like I just want to see kind of like what it could be because for me, 3 people running. I don't know. like I said, this almost feels not like a test, but like a joy. Let's figure it out. So the falling coins says is an omen for your desire to for finishing a project or starting a relationship. I thought that was interesting. Usually I associate coins with abundance, but when I see abundance, it's a lot of coins. And this was just one little coin, and it was kind of like slow motion. So that could mean we're just getting a tiny bit of abundance. Um, or we're finishing a project, which I know I am finishing a project. So maybe other people are too, because I was like, this is for the collective, not just me. This is everybody. What's going on for everybody? I didn't look up anything for a woman at a table snickering. To me, if I had like I think what's hard for me to interpret this is like I said, I didn't get any emotions or energy which normally comes along with it. So it almost feels like handicapped. I shouldn't say that word. It just feels like well, it feels new. I'm still learning how to figure it out. Um, I don't know. I didn't. You say prophetic. Ooh, yeah. I. It could be. That's kind of why I wanted to at least say it because I can always go back and look in the future and look at this, and that will help me, right? Interpret it. Um, the bomb one. The bomb, it says it symbolizes an unexpected event, which, like I said, it to me it didn't feel literal. It felt like symbolic, metaphorical, and well, I mean, it was a collective reading pointing out the insecurities. Yeah, I so that would be for all of us, not just me, for all of us. But yeah, like or like maybe not for everybody's you're not everybody's cup of tea, right? Like and that's okay. And being okay that you're not everybody's cup of tea. I think that's obviously another lesson that could come from that. Um yeah, so to me the bomb felt like I want to say like a new start. Something is going to explode with this energy that maybe we've been putting in. Collectively, that depends on what energy we're putting in collectively. And I think we all kind of know collectively how that is. So that could mean something explosive, not necessarily literally, but like a big news story or something could happen in the collective. Ooh, Pamela, I think I'm getting into this like intuitive groove now, even though I'm not getting the message in the way I normally do. So, yeah. Now, the flock of sheep, the website said sheep actually don't show up in dreams and stuff very often, which kind of surprised me because of that whole counting sheep thing, right? But there's a lot of sheep, and they were running down the street, not like running, but like in a herd, like going. And I was just like watching it. Um, well, the first vibe I got was people. It represented people. Um, Once again, we have this like the herd is moving. This is interesting. The herd was moving to the left. All of the runners I saw, the three people running, were all running from left to right. And the sheep were going from right to left. Ooh, I think I'm getting this. Okay, the sheep, I'll just say it, it's the sheeple. It's it's the majority of people, right, that are going along with things. And the three runners are like literally going in the opposite directions. There's just three of them. I probably saw like 50 plus sheep. It was a street full of sheep, like you'd see in Jumanji or something. It was freaking load of sheep, man. And they weren't necessarily scared, but they were moving fast for sheep. The runners, I think, were faster, but they didn't have any obstacles. They were just running. They were looking over their shoulder. I think you want to be a runner, not a sheep in this analogy. And yeah, that's that's kind of what I'm getting from that. I, you know what? Pamela just wrote, I believe you are getting subliminal messages from Mother Earth. She's one of my guides. She works with my heart space energy, which I'm very connected. So I don't say very, but like I have a good relationship with her. So it very well could be telling me all this. Um, I like the guy in the first race. He was a little blurry, but it looked like a white guy. And then I saw a Hispanic boy, and then an African American boy, and all running away. I didn't see what they were running away from, but just talking about these images, I don't. It feels like these images are my tarot cards, and now I'm like reading them, so to speak. But that's essentially what I'm doing. Which I'm like, what are they? Now the farmhouse and the lady rocking in the chair. Let me think about this because um, she looked like that lady in that famous pitchfork painting. She had that kind of build and face with the bun, and I don't think she had glasses. But she walked over to the rocking chair and sat down in it and started rocking. And it was like in a farmhouse, like in Nebraska, like in the farmlands. And the message I'm getting now though is like tranquility of like you got these sheep running around. The sheep are in the city. The two boys running were in the city. And then I saw this farmhouse where she's just rocking in her chair. Like not a she don't give a shit, basically. She's just rocking in her chair. Being in this countryside. I did not see any animals. I didn't see anything else. I just saw this daytime farmhouse with the sun in the back and this lady sitting in this rocking chair. And it's like I'm standing a bit of ways and I'm watching it. And then the horseshoe was like someone had thrown a horseshoe and I'm seeing it with a black background and it's just like it's kind of like the coin, but this one came from up below and went up and twirled and stuff. Of course, horseshoes mean luck, right? And blessings. I mean, I think most people, that's common. Um, and I saw it in relation to this farmhouse, which horses are on a farm. So to me, it's you want to be the running boys, right? Versus these sheep in this crowd. But I think we also want to take in the energy of this farmhouse lady. And maybe right now, collectively, we're in this looking over our shoulder. Like, yeah, we're going to take, the road less traveled. But shit, look at that. You gotta You gotta turn in from that running little boy into the chill farmhouse lady that's just like, you know what? I'm in my space. Ooh, I just got that the farmhouse is inside. It's your internal space. So this outside's gonna feel chaotic. That could be the bomb message too. It could feel chaotic in the outside of us this coming week. But your farmhouse needs to be your inside place where you go and you can just sit in your rocker and you can just be tranquil and you're going to feel lucky that you've tapped into this. I think the horseshoe also means more than that, though, than just tapping into your insight. I think it means because we are doing this and are wise enough to go inside when we need to be in that inner peace and knowing everybody else might be having shortages, they might be having chaos. Technically, we're having it too, right? Like we are still there with them. But regardless, this horseshoe energy is there. This blessing is still there. This abundance is this pink fluffy energy all around us. It's still there. It doesn't go away just because the world's going crazy. Yeah, people running in fear. That is why they are looking behind. I think that's a good point. Um, like, yeah, that's what I feel like it means too. The little boys looking behind. We gotta move out of that energy, myself included. And don't be afraid to go inward this week. Could be a rough week out in the collective. I'm not fully sure. I'm still figuring this out along with you guys, but that was so pretty cool that I guess Spirit challenged me in that way because he's really felt like I don't know how many there was like one, two, three, four, five, six, seven, eight, nine, 10 different scenes I saw in a matter of like 5 minutes. But it's like I'm reading them as if they're tarot cards and figuring out the message. That's pretty cool. And I get to do it here with you guys. I think me looking up the dreams was my old programming. And then, yeah, Pamela, thank you so much. For like, Joy, tap into that intuition. So I'm like, oh man, all right, I'm going to give it a go. And yeah, it kind of worked, right? I'm figuring it out because it came to me in a different way. So, ooh, I love that you got to see me learn, like literally firsthand, because I'm right here learning too, and I'm finally fully stepping into this psychic energy and working with it and playing with it and figuring it out. So yeah, that was me figuring it out. So this probably will happen again. Um, that I'll get messages like this. I don't know. Maybe there's an up. I don't know why all of them were visuals. So except the be of good cheer. That was the only thing I heard. Be of good cheer, and it came in very clearly. Um, which I didn't really interpret that one, did I? But I guess it means what it says. Be of good cheer. Get in that inward place. I heard it right before I saw the farmhouse, and I was like, okay. And so it's like, yeah, I feel like this is the week for working on tapping in, building that inner peace, that inner farmhouse. All right, guys, so that's like the energy update. This was a long one. Oh my, I really. Yeah, yeah. Well, when I get them, they're very, like I said, there was no energy or emotion or knowing that came with it, which majority of the time for me, that's how they come is in correlation with something else. So I just I can interpret it very instantly. So This was literally like 10 tableaus that I had to put together, which is actually now I think it's pretty cool. But guys, I'm gonna sum it up. It's almost 10 o'clock. Um, but in February, on the 11th and 13th, I am facilitating a 3-day meditation challenge where I'm personally going to lead 3 meditations each of those days. It's in a Facebook group. The link, of course, is below. I'd love to have you join us. I'm going to do them either as Zooms or lives. I might play around with it. But these meditations that I'm writing for this are only going to be in that group. I'm not going to put them on YouTube or Insight Timer or even on my Etsy store. They're just for that. And 2 of them, at least, have come to are meditation experiences I've had that I want to turn into guided meditations to share with this group because they were very intense and cool. So I'd love to have you join us. It's free. There's nothing going on. The link's down below. I'm really excited about it, and I think to me, February is still the beginning of the year vibe to me. So I think it's a beautiful way to start this year of just taking a few days. Like my plan is to not work any of those days and just like meditate a lot and just take this time of literally fasting from everything else to just be in spirit, be be in meditation, be open and in the zone and really working. And I think it's gonna have a profound effect on my life. And I feel like if you feel called to, it could have one on yours too. And I'd love to share this part of our journey together. So that's below. Check out the Etsy store. Like I'll have everything up there by the start of February, but you can check it out now to see what kind of things I'm offering now. Let me think what else. Oh, tomorrow at 12 Eastern, I'm going to lead a guided meditation. You can join the Discord group. If I also posted in the 3-day meditation challenge group. I'm gonna do it on a Zoom call. It's a very short meditation from it's only like 10 minutes. It's written from a meditation spirit experience I had that for me felt like an activation. And it's written in a meditation form, but it could be an activation for you too. I'm not sure, but I'd love to have you come and do this meditation with us. Once again, this is a free thing. It's at 12 p.m. Eastern. So that's tomorrow. Love to have you. Thank you guys for joining me this time. I'm getting in the groove. It's coming along. Like I said, I'm really actually learning to enjoy this and love this and just play around and be myself. All right, guys. I love you. Thank you so much. Enjoy your night. Blessings to you all. Namaste.